Hello, and welcome to Queen Chronicles The Series. Thank you for joining us. We are celebrating Women's History Month in the month of March, and today I'm giving a big shout out to my girl, Madam C.J. Walker, the first self-made female millionaire who started the products that we all use now. So I want to give a shout out to my girl, Madam C.J. Walker, and thank you all for joining us. We have a special guest today, and we'll get into that in just a moment. So join us for Queen Chronicles The Series. So welcome. We are here today to talk about hair. I am not my hair, or am I? Because I know I get caught up with hair sometimes. And you see a special face. We have a wonderful guest here, Miss Vanessa Parrish. She is a salon owner and stylist right here in Clinton, Maryland, and she owns Encore Hair Boutique. She's going to be sharing with us some tidbits about hair. But first, we're just going to kick this off with some hair horror stories. Do you love your hair? Do you hate your hair? How you feel about your hair?
I love my hair. I try to embrace my hair as much as possible. But I hate when people try to make you feel bad for sometimes choosing not to wear your own hair. And I feel like that's something that has came from the African American community. In my opinion, if you bought the hair, it's your hair.
It's your hair.
So, and it's all about how you rock it. If you wear it, with your insecurities, and you wear it, it's not mine, or you wear it with those reservations about what people are going to say about you because you're wearing someone else's hair, then of course you're not wearing your hair. It's all about how you rock your hair, how you wear your hair. You could walk out of here with an afro.
Right.
So how do you rock that afro?
It's funny you talk about weaves because for the longest, I just started wearing weaves I wear braids and all that other stuff, but weaves probably about 3 or 4 years ago because I didn't want to be one of those people who couldn't live without the weave.
Right.
So I didn't want to get so attached that when I took the weave out, I didn't like how I looked. Yeah. Or, I wasn't secure about myself. So I'm at a place now, I can wear a weave, I can wear my natural hair, I can wear some braids, I love feed-ins, that's like one of my favorites. Yes. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I feel good now rocking my weave.
Yeah, and I like this new progressive movement that young people, I know my generation is moving towards, because for so long, wearing your hair natural was so, taboo. Like, you don't do that. You have to straighten your hair for job interviews. You have to, try to adopt those Western ideals of beauty. And so now it's like, embrace your afro, embrace your, your natural hair. Like, I love that we are moving in that direction.
Well, let's talk about natural hair, because I believe that natural is not the new nappy. When we used to wear natural hair, we groomed our natural hair. And now you see people, I just want to be natural just to be natural.
Right.
And I think natural hair still has to be taken care of. It still has to be groomed.
Right.
Sure, wear your natural hair, like for an interview or whatever, but don't just let it go.
Right.
And so it has to be taken care of.
So when you talk about grooming your natural hair, like, what does that look like? What does that mean?
Okay, so for the hair itself, it has to be kept. Shampoos, conditioners, styling aids that you need. Natural hair is not easy. So let's squash that myth.
It's not.
Natural hair is not easy.
No.
It is a chore.
It's work.
It is work. And you will go through hundreds of dollars trying to find what's right for your natural hair. There's no one product that, like, say I wore my hair natural, I said, oh girl, you need to try what I try on your natural hair. That may not work for you.
Don't I know it?
How many products do we have under the sink?
Ooh, what?
That we can't
expired?
use?
And I still be using it.
Yeah. Don't cannot use expired products.
I didn't say that. Why you say that? Why do you expired stuff?
You said that. No, we got to mix it up, but you don't want to do that because that starts to break down the raw materials in it, and then you're going to put that on your hair, and
Well,
it may
that's
not
good
be good for
information.
your hair.
Mhm.
Yeah, and and then grooming, part of grooming is finding a style for your natural hair.
Mhm.
If you're gonna wear an afro, wear an afro.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, because my hair is natural under, my beautiful faux locks, but
And they're gorgeous.
thank you. When you talk about a natural style, my issue has been, I don't want a style that's gonna make me look like I'm in third grade. Like, sometimes that's the issue for me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I just, like a flat twist with the back out? I want a natural
yeah.
style that I look like a woman, not like my daughter or one of her girlfriends. Am I the only, okay, maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. Can you connect with me, Vanessa? Y'all gonna leave me out here?
Well, it depends. It
Okay.
depends. So you need a stylist that knows your lifestyle,
Mhm.
that knows what you want and how to make you look mature with the style. So, that's a little on your stylist.
Okay.
So if you come to me and you're 40, I'm not going to put
You
a
called it.
12-year-old
She called it.
hairstyle on you. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
right.
And so you just have to know what to put on a person.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there's several natural styles that can be worn out there.
So what are some natural products that you would recommend?
Well, the natural products that I'm used to, that I know about, but that's not to say they work on everybody. We use professional lines of hair care, which means in the salon, because we're licensed professionals, we don't just go to the Target and get over-the-counter products. We're really not supposed to do that.
Okay.
We try to keep it professional, so we use a line called Influence. And within Influence, they do have a natural line, and I did bring a couple of the products just for you to see. They have a natural line, and I would say always look at the ingredients in your natural products, especially now when people have so many allergy related conditions, okay? And so when you talk about natural, you don't want to have things with peanuts and bases like that in it, because even in a hair product, you can have a reaction.
Yeah.
And so look at those, but we like their products, the shampoos and conditioners. But again, that's not to say, it's gonna work for everybody, but we like it because they're very concentrated. They use very good materials in their products. So we get the results that we want because we're a healthy hair care salon. And so I think, we have to have a good canvas to work with. And so if we don't have that, then we get you to that. So you may come in, I'm natural myself,
Oh, wow.
only because I have a high lift blonde under here, but I use all different colors on my hair. But do I like to be natural? No, but I have to be because I like the color.
Right.
So it's a little more work. I do straighten mine out. I do flat iron mine, but I still use products on it that are good to hold moisture. Natural hair needs a moisture protein balance at all times. Sometimes in the summertime you have to know for natural hair, what the dew points are, what the humidity is, and not to use silicone on your hair with silicone-based products. Because you go out and hit them, sometimes you're like, poof, why do I have an afro?
Yeah,
today?"
why? I
And I
just
didn't want an
left.
afro.
Yes.
I think
So,
what's nice is that, because your hair is straightened, and I think a lot of people believe that if you're natural, it doesn't have to be straightened. Everyone's like flat twist and, the poofy look, but you can still be natural and have it straight if that, if you so desire. So, and I think that's really nice to be able to have that versatility.
How do you feel, ladies, when your hair's not done? I mean, does that, because I know that I've had the issue if my hair is not a certain way or the way that I like it, I'm avoid this outfit because, that just does not fit.
Oh my goodness, I thought I was the only
No,
one.
okay,
Oh
yes,
God.
yes.
Thank you, Lord, for just confirming that word. Because I really thought I was the only one that thought like that.
Okay.
Okay. No, I choose not my ugly outfits, but an outfit that I really don't care about with a bad hairstyle.
Yeah.
But if my hair is popping, I'm choosing the best outfit.
And
The shoes, I may even do a little makeup. I'm going all out just to go to school, to teach kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the house. If I'm not happy, I'm calling in that day. I just, I've got several hair in the closet, to help me get over the hump.
Right.
So for those days when I try to do me and it's not working, I go to the closet and I was like, which one of y'all want to leave the house today?
Do
Right.
you have names for them?
I probably do.
Right. That's real talk. And the beautiful thing now is that we're wearing wigs and they can be like, I call them a transitional phrase. So when you're outside or in between hairstyles, you throw your little girlfriend on and just walk outside, and when it's cold, she keeps you nice and warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just the opposite. I think that when I'm having a bad hair day, I up everything around it.
Really?
Because then the focus is not on the hair, so my face is beat if my hair is not really nice to me. So that way the focus is not the hair, but it all looks good together. So if you're all together here, they really can't tell you have a bad hair day. And then as a stylist, I don't feel good coming out with my hair
Definitely.
not done.
Right. That's your trade. That's your brand.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's
I
good
don't
to
ever
me.
want to go anywhere where I cannot hand out a card. Now there have been some days where I said, "Oh no, I can't even tell them I'm a hairstylist." And those are the days where I get the best compliments. Like,
Like I said, your hair is on fire.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't like. I love your hair. Oh, it is. It's bomb.
But that's
Yes.
big to me. Like if I go to a hairdresser and her hair is not done, I mean, you are your canvas. And I was like, oh, I can't make this appointment. I'll have to reschedule. Because you are, you're your brand. And if you don't look to par, I'm a little concerned that you can make me look my best and you can't look your best.
right.
I mean, I think about that. They may be so tired that
There's no excuse.
they're doing everybody else's
Yeah.
hair. They don't want to do their hair.
That's your trade.
You know,
That's
It's,
your,
it's the same
that's your
for
business
No,
card.
it's the same for
that's
going to a
exactly
dentist
right.
with no teeth.
That's exactly.
Okay.
If I pull up with my dentist and he has
Right.
no teeth, I'm walking back
Right.
out.
I'm out of there.
Yeah.
You can't
Okay.
service
Yeah.
me.
That's your business card. That's who you.
That's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it should be who you are.
Because I mean, someone will say, "Oh, who did your hair?" It's "Oh, I did," or "I go to," and this is. But if you're looking,
A little questionable.
yeah.
So what are some tips for those who wear weaves or don't, opt to just wear their hair out or natural styles? What are some tips for braids, twists? How can we protect our hair while we're wearing kind of like those protective styles?
So first, I would say they're not necessarily protective styles unless you're protecting your hair. The best way to protect your hair with those is number one, human hair. Synthetic hair is really bad for the natural hair. It's really bad for chemically treated hair. But if you're going to do it, just be careful how much you do it. And always treating the hair before and after. You always want to strengthen the hair before. I think that wigs and weaves have become a trend because Hollywood sets the trend, and so they're a thing.
They
now.
are.
They
They are.
really are.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad if you have to wear a wig because it's a different look. And so it's very trending, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So if you have a lot with their names, it might be. my daughter does wigs and weaves all the time because she sells hair, and so even when I told her you're gonna get the best hair that you can possibly give to your client, and so our clients use her hair because it's great hair.
Yeah. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
It does.
It
and
makes a huge difference.
It does, because you still want it to look nice. You want it to
Yeah,
look
natural.
natural.
Yes.
Right.
I hate when I
Right.
see closures at a back here. No
Oh,
offense,
yeah.
but the closures, and I don't want to be able to walk up to you
No,
and lift it off your
right.
head.
Right.
You know,
Look
it's
like
supposed to
dead
look
skin and
natural.
everything.
You
Right.
know.
If you're gonna wear
It's
it,
just,
wear
I
it
don't-
well.
Or if your weave is 4 miles off of your head, I'm so sorry if I'm
Okay.
talking to somebody.
Go get it done.
Yeah.
Or the best one is when your hair is black but your weave is brown, and so it's no blending going on. It's
Or
just like-
your hair is like curly one side, and then the rest of it's like really
the
like
weave is
bone
straight. I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to each his own. But make it look natural. You don't
Right.
want people to know. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with wearing weaves or people knowing that you're wearing weaves, but make it look natural. Like that's what it was.
Right. One
Yeah,
other
for it.
pet peeve of mine with natural hair. Why do we want all this beautiful natural hair with all this curl, and we want edge control? We want everything curly, but
Yeah,
the
but the
edges.
Yes.
And we're
yes.
taking our edges out
Oh,
with
yeah.
this edge
Yeah.
control.
Oh,
A
is
lot
there
of
a
it
good
is-
edge control?
No,
It does not exist.
not really.
Wow.
First of all, you're putting a lot of stress. If there was one that you could just use safely every day,
Uh-huh.
you're putting a lot of stress on your edges every day, doing this, trying to lay them down, bring them back. And then, you know, it's the same thing with relaxing your hair. You know, we want to do all this pressing, making sure the edges are straight. When you put relaxer in, that is putting too much tension on your edges. Your edges are the thinnest thing you have, and then we wear it out trying to keep it straight. So if you're natural, be natural.
Right.
The edge control is out of control.
I'm gonna have to
Most
throw
of
in
them
my
are
outdated
Edge
edge
control is
control.
out of control. It's out of control.
It's out of control because
Okay.
you put it on in 5 minutes, you're all waved up anyway.
It's like $1 million industry right
It
now.
definitely
It's like,
is.
how many edge controls have I gone through? I don't wear them anymore
They
because my
have
hair is
the color,
curly.
they have the black
and it's
one,
just like
the
forget
brown
it.
one,
They do.
the super
You know
hole, the
them
extra.
all.
I'm going to have to go
You know
ahead
them
and throw away my outdated edge control.
Because the
That's
edge
right.
control is out of
It's out of
control.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are slaying their edges like they did back in the day.
Yeah, with the baby
Yeah.
hairs.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
that- that's baby
you're
hair.
70 years old.
That's
That's
my
you
hair.
don't
I
need
don't
any
do
more
it.
baby
You don't
hair.
have baby
I
hair.
hear that at 40. This is my opinion. But I just feel like at a certain age, I am very much about staying in your lane age-wise and embracing who you are.
Yeah.
At every stage. But at 40, my edges should not look as great or as slayed as my 14-year-old. Like, that's just not
That's too
okay.
much.
You don't have
It's too
baby
much.
hair.
I
You
don't. I'm
yeah,
not a
yeah.
baby. I have babies. So, you know,
Right.
come on. Mm-hmm.
And don't let your children tell you that. You know, I said, no, y'all, you all have to remember, I'm not 20.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, and Danielle can probably tell you, I rock a lot of different hairstyles.
does.
But they have to
And
be
that's a will.
sophisticated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a mohawk, you know, and I have a sophisticated mohawk. I don't want to wear the mohawk that my 20-year-old
She had
would
pink
wear.
hair.
Ooh.
And it was bomb.
Mm.
It was
So
fabulous.
you do color. You like
I
color.
like color.
Color is fun.
I like change. I'm very creative. I don't like to stay one way all the time. My husband will tell you, he's like, when are you gonna calm down? I am not.
What's a healthy way to do color?
Get a consultation from a
Mhm.
stylist.
Don't do it yourself.
Okay? Don't do it yourself.
No, you won't have no
Because
hair to color.
there is a formulations to color. Everybody wants blonde,
Mm-hmm.
right?
What is up with that?
I have a nice high lift natural blonde, but it took 2 years to get it.
Oh, wow.
2 years.
When you go, right, you are blowing the cuticle up in the hair. When you go and you bleach your hair up to this blonde, and they end up orange and red and yellow anyway, because there's no safe way to take our hair this dark to a high lift blonde in one setting.
Wow.
And so then you break it off, and then you try and you start all over again. But their hair has to be treated. So I would say professionally, go get it done. From a colorist, from a knowledgeable colorist. I don't do anything to my hair. I have a stylist. We each do each other's hair
Mm-hmm.
because we don't see
Mm-hmm.
what somebody else sees. As a professional, I need a professional.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and so I don't do my own.
What are some of the hair horror stories or the most common things that you see? Is it people leaving their weave in too long? Is it color and relaxer? Is it, let's talk about some of that so we can avoid some of those hair horror stories.
It's all of that.
Okay.
Using box products, you're not going to get the same results.
Okay.
Right? You go in the store and you look at that box and you see that color and you go home and you wonder why you couldn't get it. Well, I mixed it right and I did this right, but you have to know what level your hair is and what level you're trying to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And then that has to be formulated.
And horror stories are real, so I can tell you my own horror story.
Okay.
So you know they say that like when you put color, you're supposed to wait like a week or two, right? So I colored my hair, and I waited about 3 weeks to relax it. And so when the 3 weeks came, I relaxed my hair, and my son was like, "Oh, Ma, I'll brush it for you." You know, after it was all washed out and stuff, so he's brushing, and he was like, he said, "Is it supposed to be like this?"
Oh.
And so there was like hair.
Oh.
And I said, "Well, no, don't brush it yet. Maybe let's let it sit. Maybe it needs to sit." And so it sat for about an hour and came back. And by this time, it was just like, oh, this is. So my hair had to be cut shorter than yours when it was long as yours
Oh wow.
because I
Oh, wow.
decided to do it myself.
So you colored and relaxed yourself.
But yes, but I
But 3
waited
weeks.
3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the last time that I colored and relaxed it myself.
Wow.
And it took a year for it to grow back.
Yeah.
Horror story?
Yeah, that's a horror story.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're past the Jerry curl phase, because those were all horror stories. Okay.
That was a horror
That
story.
was a horror story. Okay, I just had to put that out there.
But you can successfully wear a permanent wave.
A permanent
Which
wave.
is
I'm
what
sorry.
it is.
That's,
Without being wet.
Yes.
And dripping.
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
You don't have to let your soul glow. Unless you want to.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've had a really robust conversation about hair, and this is something that we as queens all are thinking about from time to time. So any final thoughts about hair, ladies? We'll start with you, Danielle.
I would say, like I said before, embrace your hair. I mean, hair is, to me, one of the greatest gifts that God bless us with as women. So embrace it, rock it, and be proud of the hair, the texture, the 4C, 2-way, whatever it is. Be grateful and proud of the hair that God has blessed you with. And rock it.
That's right.
I like the versatility that you have, when it comes to hair. But again, I think what I take away from tonight is the need to be healthy, underneath and above, whatever the versatility of hair is.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it is your crown and glory, queens. So wear it healthy, because that's a good canvas to start with. Healthy hair, you can do anything you want with healthy hair, and get it done professionally.
I agree. The kitchen beautician that's out.
Out.
Okay, okay. I would say my final thought is one of the phrases that I cringe when I hear is good hair. There's no such thing as good hair. Good hair is healthy hair. Good hair is the hair that God bless you with that's growing out of your scalp. So it is all good hair. That's my final thought. So thank you all for joining us on Queen Chronicles The Series.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.